Family is very important to me. We're 5 brothers, and I often tell people that we're brothers, but we're also really good friends. We've always been really close. And, our parents have always been very supportive and loving. Just a year ago, I was married, and now my wife she's from downtown Toronto, so this country style of living is very different for her. On a farm, I think family is really important too, because you're always working together. I started making cheese just over 2 years ago, taking milk from my parents' dairy farm across the field and using it to create different types of Swiss-style cheeses. The best experiences that I had when learning is I got to spend a 4-month period in Switzerland, up in the Alps. And this cheese, we were making it in a very traditional Swiss cheese house. So we would basically make cheese the same way they did it about 500 years ago. I think a good cheesemaker, first of all, pays attention to detail. Little things can make a difference in how the final cheese turns out. Our dog's name is Bo, and Bo absolutely loves people. He loves me too, I have to say. If you ever are around and I'm driving in my little pickup truck, you'll often see him hanging out in the back with his head sticking out, because that's one of his favorite things in the world to do. Our farm is literally right next door to the cheese factory, and if you look outside, the fields that are all around the cheese plant are part of the property where we grow the crops to actually give the feed to our own cows. And so when you're making cheese, 99.9% of the ingredients is milk. And so if you don't have good quality milk, you're not going to end up with a good quality cheese.
Anytime I do what's right, everybody runs and hides. I don't want to handle that.
What's wonderful about our situation is I have my family right next door working on the farm, growing the proper crops and spending the amount of care that it takes to have good quality crops. So if you have good cows, you end up with good milk, and you end up with high quality cheese. The 5 Brothers is the cheese that I'm most proud of. We're selling it at about 8 months old, so it's got a very mellow flavor, a very creamy texture that people really tend to gravitate towards.
Every time that I fall down,
I'm happy with where I'm at.
Solid ground.
Very.
I am lost more than I'm found, and that's a fact.
I'm Shep Eiselstein, and I'm a cheese artisan.
Oh, oh.